I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Why can't we remember a goddamn thing from last night? Because we obviously had a great fucking time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's episode of That Damn Thing!
Insert crowd noise here.
I still want to hear all that under the crowd noise.
We'll put it in.
Okay.
This week will be my second
Editing?
job. I'm gonna try and do better. So yes, this week's episode of That Damn Thing. Jason's here still.
Chris is here still.
Yay. We're the two people who are regular appearance,
That is why
regular hosts of the show.
That is why we are considered co-hosts.
Yes, we are the hosts of the show because we're the only ones who can actually fucking show up.
Everybody else, special guests.
Yes, at best. So, this week I will focus more on editing. Last week's editing was a good first swag at it.
I didn't listen to it yet.
Yeah, I know you did. Well, it's because I haven't gotten it uploaded.
What happened? There were 2 uploads.
Did they actually show up finally?
It showed up twice.
Oh,
it showed up in
that means it's there. I'll probably have to delete one.
Yeah.
Well, the service, remember I told you the service I used was down like all week.
Right.
So, good. It did show up.
2 episode 7s.
Okay, well, I'll have to delete one. It's because I tried it twice.
Yeah.
Remember when I was like in the queue?
Both of them have no views.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dying.
See, that's what you get for talking bad about our show. They'll both have no views.
I apologize.
Oh. So, before we go any further, if anybody actually listens to this, we are recording this while watching the WWE Fastlane pay-per-view live. And, it's Triple H coming out now in his classic game attire of leather jacket,
Do you think that's
popped collar.
Do you think that is a vintage jacket, or did he buy it for this?
No, I bet you he owns it.
Well,
He always had a few different leather jackets.
you know what I could see though, because this is a unique. Oh, is he going to do the whole ladder spit?
Oh yeah. He's in full in game mode right now.
Oh, look at that! There we go. Can he still do it? Think he's been practicing backstage?
Yeah. Yes.
He spent the last 2 hours.
Nobody spits water like the game.
See, this only makes this is only funny if you're watching it along with us.
Yeah, seeing as there's no video, maybe
right,
somebody
and
would know
Triple H
something.
is stepping into the ring right now. So if anybody wants to go back and sync up this audio with a replay,
We're just gonna call this like we're the WWE announcer.
I'm telling you, at some point we should maybe do that. We'll do like a live Twitch stream,
like riff tracks, but for wrestling.
yes. You're gonna have a whole lot of editing to do because all of a sudden we're gonna fall into like a couple seconds of
We're just gonna fall in
space.
dead silence. Yeah, it's really easy to see. See, the problem I had last week was I cut too much of the dead space out. So all
of a sudden it became a 20-minute video.
all of us when I was doing the editing of the audio last week, I was listening to it as I was going. It sounded fine. I had the MP3. I have it in my Dropbox, so I could listen to it on my phone. And I've been listening to it in the car. I listened to the whole show, and I only really focused on editing in the middle, or in the beginning and the end. I didn't really focus on the middle of the show because that was the 2 parts I knew I would have to cut stuff out. And it was just some of the parts were just a little too close together. Like it needed a pause.
Gotcha.
And I cut out too much of the dead air.
Okay.
Well, and see, the problem is when I'm in there editing it, this big of a gap, like this big 6-inch gap of waveform,
It's like half a second.
Yeah, exactly. It's only 2 seconds or something. So I'm cutting right up against it, and it looks okay.
Yeah.
But the conversation totally shifts with that pause. And when you take all the pause out, it sounds weird. So it's I need to cut it down to a 1 second pause, so a 3 second pause.
Yeah. Well, and
I'll get better at it with time.
Well, and you know what? That is exactly why we're doing so many of these tests.
Yeah.
Recording so that we can get comfortable having the conversation.
Well,
we can get comfortable doing the editing.
We've gotten. It's been a slow progression. Can we fill time? Can we find stuff to talk about? Can we actually organize thoughts into a cohesive format for doing a show.
We're still working on that.
Yeah, we're still getting there, but that'll always be a work in progress. And holy crap, it's Sting.
It is actually Sting. Look at that.
Wow.
He done, and that's a real Sting. That's not
Yeah.
like the fake Sting they had the other week on Raw.
That was awful.
It was terrible. It was bad.
So, but no, it's, can we get cohesive thoughts? And that'll always be a in development thing. But the last couple of weeks, I thought we've done a pretty good job of not having an awkward open to the show. We're getting used to, it's 2 or 3. It's I think 2 weeks in a row now. We've, the episode, this week's episode,
Yeah.
actually introducing ourselves
Yes.
properly, and it doesn't sound weird. Like,
Well, we got to fix that then. We got to
Well-
make it weird.
Well, but getting used to actually introducing yourself at the
Yep.
start of a thing is not something we're used to doing. Nobody fucking listens to us. Nobody gives a shit who the fuck we are.
Have we gotten a single comment on the?
Not one. And
Yeah,
why is Triple H just staring at his shoes like disapprovingly?
Look at that. Sting versus Triple H. Who'da thunk it?
Yeah, it was funny. I saw maybe he's wearing them now, but Sting is wearing his He always wears like the Mechanics brand gloves when he wrestles. He had like Sting branded ones,
Oh, really?
and I turned it up just a little bit. So.
Yeah, probably a little too much. All of a sudden, the video's going to get tagged for copyright material.
Oh God.
So
We'll turn that down a
we
little bit.
have to be a little careful on that one.
Yeah.
There's no waveform going on. Well,
No. See, you can hear it.
I think we'll be okay.
Yeah. But no, he was wearing like the gloves with the Sting, the scorpions all over him. I guess they were sold by TNA at like shoptna.com.
Oh,
Like
really?
somebody found a picture of him on like posted on like Reddit,
Ah,
and it's like, well, Sting owns the Sting brand and
Right.
name and everything, so it's probably they're his. But they were gloves that were sold by TNA while he was there, and he wore them on Raw when he made his appearance.
well, I think that's better than him wearing the Mechanics gloves.
No, well, yeah.
WWE wouldn't like that.
Hey, you never know. He wore those. No, he wore the Mechanics ones like on his first
I
appearance.
don't remember.
This is only his third actual appearance.
How much money has Sting spent on face paint in his career?
A lot.
Probably more than my annual salary.
So like,
if you really want to think about it, that's probably not far off.
so like 20 grand.
Yeah, exactly. Good thing I have a wife with a good job.
Yeah. Oh man.
Is that a camera in the turnbuckle?
In the turnbuckle?
Look, the black
Oh,
dot.
in the ring post?
Is that a camera?
No, those are probably.
That would be kind of cool.
It would be cool, but no, those are probably
Speakers?
stuff. Well, not stuff, but stuff for the fireworks shit that comes out with like Kane and
maybe.
whatnot, and Brock Lesnar.
But actually,
It would.
that
It
would
would be
be
cool.
pretty cool.
Ring post cam.
Yeah. So, anybody from the WWE production who listens to this? Nobody. I think that would be a fantastic idea to put a camera in each of the ring posts.
Yes.
Let's just tuck a little GoPro in there. You're all good then.
Yeah. How much tape is on Triple H's hands? Looks like he's got some serious swelling problems from how much tape he's put on.
There's about 6 rolls of tape. Holy jeez.
See what I'm talking about, though?
The other day, I went to a local diner with my wife and my daughter.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're sitting in a booth, and it's night, so it's dark out. And at one point, I'm sitting with my daughter on one side. We kind of look over and we notice that because it's dark outside and light inside, you can see a reflection really well in the window.
Uh-huh.
All right, so we start making faces at each other in the window. You know,
Triple H is taking his coat off.
settle down, Jason. So we start making faces at each other in the reflection. So, angry faces and sticking out our tongues and all this stuff. And this is going on for about 30 seconds, and then my wife starts laughing.
Yeah.
She goes, there's a guy sitting in his truck on the other side of the window. And I couldn't see him because of the reflection. So there's some guy sitting in his truck. Me and my 4-year-old daughter are just sitting there making angry faces at him and sticking out our tongues and stuff.
That's fantastic.
He then comes into the diner.
Sir.
No, he just ends up walking past us, but it was like, well, I feel like an ass.
Yeah, no shit. This is awkward.
Oh, look at that. Right there. There's the kid in the background yawning as Triple H speaks. Game over, man.
Oh, Triple H got a punch in.
No, he hit him with the microphone.
Oh, hit him with the mic.
Yeah, oh.
Oh, don't roll out of the ring yet. We're not done.
How dare you kick a man in tights?
Oh, and there's the epileptic seizure camera.
Whoa. Ugh.
God, I didn't really mind all that crap until I go back and I watch the old WWE shit and where they don't do that psycho camera movement crap. And it's kind of like, oh.
Just frame it nicely.
Yes.
And you can have that to accentuate certain things.
Yeah, just not constantly.
But every
is he getting a sledgehammer?
Oh, is it a real one or a fake one?
Oh, it's going to be a real one.
It's always a real one.
Oh, is Sting going to get a bat? Somebody get Sting a bat.
Triple H is going to come around, and Sting's already going to have the bat.
That's got to be like in his coat.
Oh, somebody handed it to him. I like the stories that the one time...
There it is.
He's got the bat. I like the story that the one time Triple H used a fake sledgehammer, he actually hurt the guy with it.
Oh, really? Oh, he's got the bat at his throat. Have you ever been held with a bat at your throat before? Look at the sign, bat versus sledgehammer. I just noticed it.
Ooh. You know, Sting, come on, man. Be a star.
Don't be a bully.
Don't be a bully.
Oh, he's pointing at the WrestleMania sign.
Oh.
It's on.
He's going to hit a home run.
He's calling a shot.
Yep.
Triple H, there's a sign up there?
What?
What?
What happens if I push play?
During WrestleMania, is it going to switch to a pause button? At the start of the show, it's going to click, and it'll be a pause button up there the whole time. If they don't do that, I'm sad.
Very be sad.
I know.
This is Fastlane. It should be a fast forward.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Whoa now. He's shying away from it like it's like 12-gauge shotgun. Oh, see, he is wearing the Sting gloves. Those are the TNA Sting gloves.
This is going to be such a terrible episode.
Yeah, it is.
All right, we got to do a little bit more. Just if we're going to keep watching this, we can still talk and conversate when there's shitty things happening.
This isn't shitty though.
This isn't shitty. This is Triple H and Sting.
This is Triple H
interacting in a WWE. Is Triple H holding on to his junk? No. Okay.
No.
Oh,
Scorpion Death Drop.
Very nice.
There it is. Come on now. Boom.
See that?
You know what? You know what? No one has like co-opted that finishing move.
No one else has taken it. The closest you get was like Twist of Fates and stuff like that, but that's still slightly different.
Yeah, and I'm impressed by that. It's 2015 and it's still an original finishing move.
Yeah, no one else in the WWE, at least that I can remember, has stolen the Scorpion Death Drop.
Yep.
What's his finishing move?
Scorpion Death Drop.
Deathlock.
A Deathlock?
What is he...
Well, that was the Scorpion Death Drop.
Yeah.
It looks like a finishing move.
Well, I mean, I meant...
Well, he's got the two, Scorpion Deathlock and Scorpion Death Drop.
I can't think of what the Scorpion Deathlock looks like.
I have no
I know it's a
idea.
leg thing, but...
Yeah, no clue.
All
right. Well, anyways.
From the creators of Mortal Kombat.
WWE Immortals.
Fuck that.
All right, so... Getting into the actual podcast that we're supposed to be doing here.
Yep.
Last night, the 2015 Razzie Awards.
Ooh. Because tonight is the Oscars.
Yes.
They're going on right now.
Notice we're not live podcasting the Oscars because fuck that.
Yeah.
We're live podcasting WWE Fastlane. Way more entertaining for us.
Priorities.
Exactly. So, 35th annual Razzies. 35 years of the Golden Raspberry Awards.
You know, I think the first time I'd ever heard of the Razzies was when Halle Berry won for Catwoman.
Yeah, that was probably one of the biggest ones.
Because that would have been early 2000s?
Yeah, mid 2000s, probably 05, somewhere around there. So yeah, 35th anniversary Razzies. All right, I'm just gonna go down the list of winners.
Okay,
quote unquote winners.
Winners.
My favorite story was a couple years ago. Was Sandra Bullock won?
Yes.
At the Razzies for Worst Actress for.
What was that movie?
Was it the one with Melissa McCarthy?
Yes.
I can't remember what the fuck it was called. Whatever that stupid.
Yeah, but she won Razzie
for
The Heat. Yes. So
Yeah.
she
The
won.
Heat, she won the Razzie for Worst Actress for The Heat.
Yes.
And then the next night she won the Oscar for Best Actress for
The football one.
that one I wanted.
The something line. Wasn't it?
No, you think it's Silver Linings Playbook.
No.
The
The fuck.
I can't think of what it's called. I didn't watch it.
The internet is screaming out.
The story about the
football.
player who went to play
Yeah.
for the Baltimore Ravens. I can't think of his name. Whatever.
Sandra Bullock.
Come on now. We're dying here. So
Well,
anyway.
tell your story. I'll
So
look.
So last night, that was my favorite one. She won, and she showed up.
The Blind Side.
The Blind Side, there you go. But she showed up at the Razzies to accept her award,
Yeah.
and then showed up obviously at the Oscars. That was impressive. To be honest, excuse me,
She's 50 years old.
good for her.
Holy.
Well, you know what? On a total tangent, I watched Demolition Man. I was on TV on whatever.
That's always a fun movie.
Cinemax or something earlier today. That's like her first big thing.
No, Speed.
That was after. Demolition Man was
Speed was
94.
after?
Demolition was 94. Speed was 95.
Really?
Yeah. Demolition Man was like her first big thing. That movie's 21 years old.
You know what else Demolition Man is?
Outside of awesome.
No, it is awesome. That was the inspiration for the beginning of the downfall for Dennis Rodman. Because Wesley Snipes dyed his hair blonde for that movie.
Oh. all
Right after that, Dennis Rodman dyed his hair blonde.
Then he went. He had to do
And
his
then-
movie. Simon Says.
And then he kept going.
Oh look, it's Paige.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Anyways, the rest of your story.
I forgot it now.
The Razzies.
Yeah, I know.
I
I'm
think.
just kidding. Because it's Paige and she's on TV. That's worth pausing for. All right, so worst picture. There'll be a theme here.
Oh, a theme. I like themes. Continuity.
Throughout these awards.
I'm listening.
I'm distracted.
Yep.
Kirk Cameron's Saving Christmas.
Oh, wait.
Winner for worst picture.
Winner for worst
Picture. Beating out Legend of Hercules.
Wait, which one was the Legend of Hercules?
The Kellen Lutz one.
Kellen Lutz one.
Yeah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh.
Transformers 4 Age of Extinction. And Left Behind. What's fantastic is
Who's left behind?
that's the book series I told you about.
Oh, the book
Nicolas Cage did that movie this year. What's funny is they started doing Left Behind movies several years ago, starring Kirk Cameron.
Ah.
So the remake of Kirk Cameron's movie. Oh, so that's how that happened last week.
Was that Blue Pants?
I don't think so, but that's fantastic right there. So, anyways, yeah, Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas. All right. Worst director.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Bay, Transformers 4.
Really?
Not Darren Doan,
What,
director of Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas.
what about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Jonathan Liebsman.
That's right. Michael Bay wasn't the director. He was just the producer.
Rennie Harlan, Legend of Hercules. Seth MacFarlane, Million Dies Today in the West. Million Ways to Die in the West. Will. All right. Worst actor.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Cameron. Saving Christmas. Winner.
Wait,
Worst picture
that's a
and worst
twofer.
actor.
Hey, is that which Bella is that?
On which side?
Which one's on? Okay,
The left is Nikki.
Okay, Nikki.
The one with the boobs is Nikki, and the other one is Brie.
Bree, and if you notice, Bree is wearing gigantic heels.
Yes, she
as
is.
well.
So she looks tall compared to her sister. Good God. It's very distracting television right now. It's going to be hard during this match as well. Actually, once they start wrestling, it'll be hard because they suck.
Oh yeah, because the wrestling isn't the best part.
No, just them standing around and entering the ring. All right, so worst actor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this one I have a problem with. Worst supporting actor.
Okay.
The Losers. Mel Gibson, Expendables 3.
Wait,
What? That's
Mel
not
Gibson
fair.
was
Okay, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Expendables 3. I'm getting the feeling that these people didn't understand the point of Expendables 3.
correct.
Kiefer Sutherland, Pompeii. Okay.
Didn't see it.
Yeah, didn't know shit. Here was Shaquille O'Neal, Blended. Two things I learned reading that. There's a movie called Blended this year, and Shaquille O'Neal starred in it.
Is that the feature film adaptation of the web series Will It Blend?
No. I'm sorry.
Boy, what would that movie be?
The worst thing you've ever watched.
I don't know.
Worst supporting actor,
The winner.
Winner.
For worst supporting actor.
Kelsey Grammer for Expendables 3, Legends of Oz, Think Like a Man 2, and Transformers 4 Age of Extinction. Now, come on. Kelsey Grammer is fantastic and he's awesome in everything he does. He was good in Transformers.
I didn't.
He was perfect. You didn't see Age of Extinction?
No,
No?
the new
He
one.
was- yeah.
All I saw was the CinemaSins version.
Oh, so you saw the worst thing possible. So, and then Expendables 3. It was great.
Well,
Because Expendables 3 is a tongue-in-cheek
well,
film
'cause-
series.
well, now here's the thing.
And it's Kelsey fucking
You
Grammer.
watch Expendables 3, and you have your Kelsey Grammers,
Yeah.
your Mel Gibsons, and your Antonio Banderas,
Yeah.
who are actors.
And they're
And
acting.
it's a massive difference when you
Yeah.
see those gentlemen acting
Yes.
as opposed to all the other guys
Just playing themselves.
who are just there saying words.
Well, and they're just playing themselves. But
Yeah.
everybody's having a good time. Nothing's
yeah.
super serious about those movies. But, okay, so I can't agree with that one.
No.
I would throw that one to Kiefer Sutherland or Shaquille O'Neal just because, you know.
Well, Shaquille O'Neal should win just
Because of the fact he's not a fucking actor.
No, he should still win that because of Kazan.
Yeah, okay, I'm good with that.
Just because.
All right, I'm good with that. Worst actress, I can't really speak too much for these, but Cameron Diaz, the other woman, and Sex Tape. She beat up Melissa McCarthy, Drew Barrymore, Charlize Theron, and some lady named Gaia Weiss.
Well, I mean, I don't know if Cameron Diaz has ever really been a great actor.
No, not at all.
She was fantastic in Charlie's Angels.
I loved her in The Mask. Her feature film debut.
Yep.
Worst.
She was good in Something About Mary.
Yes. Yep. She was very good in Something About Mary. I'll give it that. Cameron Diaz has the problem of being Cameron Diaz in everything that she does.
Unfortunately, yes.
She does not disappear into a role.
Ooh.
Worst supporting actress. Megan Fox, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I mean, but
Okay. But then again,
sure.
so fine, whatever. She beat out Cameron Diaz for Annie. Nicola Peltz for Transformers 4 Age of Extinction, who played the random hot chick in the movie. Susan Sarandon, Tammy. And then Bridget Ridnour, Cameron, must be Kirk Cameron's wife in Kirk Cameron's Saving Christmas.
Oh.
Worst screenplay. Kirk Cameron's Saving Christmas, written by Darren Doan and Justin Hervey. Beat out Left Behind, Sex Tape, Transformers 4, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Worst remake, sequel, or ripoff. I like how it has or ripoff.
So is this either Ninja Turtles or Transformers?
Nope. Annie. Which I gotta admit, I gotta agree with, because there's nothing the world needed less than a black Annie.
It doesn't make a difference, but
No,
did the world need another Annie?
No, but it needed less. They made it black characters just for the sake of doing it, and it made no sense.
Mm.
You know, it was like, oh, it's 2015. We got to put minorities in it. Let's get Jamie Foxx and a black girl. You know, but that's what it felt like watching it. Like, there's no reason.
I didn't see it, so I can't. I can't. Really
I didn't see
say
it
much
either.
to it.
It was just confusing. It's like, well, because they changed, like, the music was like rap style then, and I'm like, it didn't feel necessary to make a minority version of the story, you know. But whatever. It beat out Legend of Hercules, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Transformers.
Hang on a second. What's going on here?
Some face to crotch action.
Well, it looked dangerous when they were both standing on the top turnbuckle.
Yes. Worst screen combo. This one's interesting. Okay.
I'm listening.
I'll read off the losers first. Because the winner is funny. Seth MacFarlane and Charlize Theron, A Million Ways to Die in the West.
I feel bad for
A
her
million
having
ways.
been in that.
Yeah. Kellen Lutz and either his abs, his pecs, or his glutes. The Legend of Hercules. Cameron Diaz and Jason Segel, Sex Tape. Any two robots, actors, or robotic actors. Transformers 4, Age of Extinction. But the winner of Worst Screen Combo, starring in Kirk Cameron's Saving Christmas,
Him and his wife.
him and his ego.
So Paige lost.
Paige lost, Nikki retained. Happy day. World is still alive.
Oh.
She grabbed her.
Whoa, hey!
Is she having a wardrobe malfunction
Oh,
almost?
her top just about popped. Maybe that's why it kind of looked like a...
I'm wondering if they rushed the finish.
I think they rushed the finish. Yep.
Yep.
I think they called wardrobe malfunction. It'd have been a boost for the network.
There is a rig
There
post.
is a wait, but it's low.
It's lower.
What the? It's in the turnbuckle.
There's a turnbuckle camera.
Holy shit! I was right.
Wow.
It was in the turnbuckle.
But even before that, her top is busted open. Looks like it zippers up the front.
It is a zipper, and like the bottom of it's split.
Yeah, interesting. Anyways, all right. So now, for the end of the raspberries, the golden raspberries, the Razzies, the Redeemer Award. That's what I talked about.
Yes.
This is a previous Razzie winner done well for
Can you
himself.
fucking believe that? Vince
I
McMahon
know.
on the cover of Muscle and Fitness.
No shit.
That man is juicing.
69 years old. Wow.
That man has psychological issues.
Yes, he does. But, whatever.
Good for him.
It's clearly not killing him.
Yet.
Yeah, at least 70. Whenever he dies, he'll die because he's old. So, the losers.
How old do you have to be for old age to be like a legitimate explanation?
I think 70.
70?
I think 70. I think at 70, you need to stop having to explain why people died. Heart attack. Yeah, he was 70. Whatever. Unless you were hit by a bus. A plane crashes on you. Some other non-directly health-related event.
It took me quite a while to realize that those are divas.
Yeah. What the fuck are they doing? Guessing the price of
I
dresses?
believe they're playing The Price is Right on the red carpet.
It looks like it. So, okay, the Redeemer Award.
Yes.
Previous Razzie winner done well. All right. Losers. Kristen Stewart, from 6-time Razzie winner for Twilight to art house hit Camp X-Ray. Okay.
Okay. Anyways, go ahead. Go.
I don't make these. I'm just reading. Triple H, Sting, WrestleMania confirmed. No shit.
Push play.
All right. Mike Myers, from Razzie winner for Love Guru to docu director for Supermatch.
Never heard of it.
No idea. Don't watch a lot of documentaries. Jennifer Aniston, from 4-time Razzie nominee to SAG Award nominee for Cake. Jennifer Aniston was supposed to be a big hot name for like Best Actress and stuff for that movie Cake this year. It's an indie film.
Okay.
So it's not really panning off for her, So Keanu Reeves, from 6-time Razzie nominee to the critically acclaimed John Wick.
Oh yeah.
But the winner for the Redeemer Award 2015, Ben Affleck, from Razzie winner for Gigli to Oscar Darling for Argo and Gone Girl. Can't argue with it.
In every actor or entertainer's career, they've got some misses.
Oh, absolutely.
But the good ones, the talented ones, will end up coming back.
Yep.
Because if you're good and talented, you'll keep getting work.
Yep. Exactly. So, anyways, speaking of John Wick,
have you finished watching that movie?
I did finish watching that movie. I finished watching it last night. I went back, watched it from the beginning to the end again. That was good stuff. All of it.
I watched, like I said, I watched the couple fight scenes. I found those on YouTube. Those are entertaining.
Yeah, he has a few more of those throughout the movie. But I mean, there wasn't anything more terribly freaking original in like the rest of the movie.
Mm-hmm. But
he's got,
you don't need original to have entertaining.
No, but I mean, it was, like I said, it was nothing terribly original, but all of it was just good.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the cast was good. Names are escaping me at the moment, so I'm going to look it up really quick. But he goes through and he finishes off, and he's got his buddy who you think is maybe going to turn on him, and then you're not really sure, so you got to watch. I'm not going to give anything really away.
Mm-hmm.
You've got like the mentor guy who's there, who you're not really sure about which side he's on necessarily. This really, really developed world of like these like assassins / hitmen / murder
You know,
people, and there's like this whole like code and everything they go by, which which they very masterfully made you realize is there without having to explain any of it.
you know, that's always fascinating when there are some movies that, as the movie goes on, they subtly flesh out the world.
Yeah.
And you realize that it's a bigger place than what you're experiencing.
Yeah.
But then there's other movies that do the complete opposite.
Yeah.
And then you get nothing. And it's
Yeah.
just this weird little self-contained thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, they both have their place.
Yep.
But the ones that do it well,
Yeah.
those are always surprising. And those are always,
Yeah.
like, pleasant to watch.
Yeah. Oh, and like I think you mentioned last week when we talked a little bit about it when now that I went back and finished it, it's like, you know, he gets his ass kicked at times in this,
Mhm.
but he just keeps coming back.
Yep.
And he gets a little help here and there, you know, out of some situations because you know he's not immortal, you know. But it was just cool. The whole movie was good. Yeah, we watched that one last night. So you know, I liked all of it. I'm excited to see what they can do for more of it
Excuse me.
without totally
Toodly.
without totally
Toodle.
ruining the films, without totally going overboard, you know, and like over explaining, without Matrix Revolution and you know and
Yeah.
reloading it, you know.
Whoa!
I don't want to see John Wick Reloaded and John Wick Revolutions.
No, we
Yeah.
don't do without that.
But no, it was good stuff. I was
You
I was happy.
These are the fun movies that surprisingly do well.
Yeah.
And because they surprisingly do well, they get a sequel.
Yep.
Though you really could, most of the time you can do without those sequels.
Yeah, most of the time you can do without. This one was good. Ian McShane plays his like mentor guy. Adrian Palicki was in it.
Oh, yeah?
And then, she.
Oh,
she's-
she's one of the, I think she's an assassin, isn't she?
Yeah, she's another assassin, and she's just stupid hot as always. In that, got her hair like that black in that one. Interesting.
Would have been closer for the Wonder Woman.
Yeah, well, she's on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. right now.
Oh, that's
she's
right.
Mockingbird. But who else? Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, it was cool. I liked it. Watched the rest of it. It was good. It was good stuff.
So we touched on superheroes for a split second there, so
Yep.
we can segue over into Aquaman.
Yes, Aquaman had his. Zack Snyder tweeted out the picture of him, and it's he's called Drogo of the Sea,
Pretty much.
and I like it, and I don't at the same time.
You know, I guess part of me likes it because it's different than another blonde white guy.
Yeah, I'm okay with it not being a blonde white guy. I mean, I don't need it to be a blonde white guy. It can be Jason Momoa. That's perfectly fine.
Right.
The only thing I take issue with is, and it's the same consistent theme with the DC stuff that they're doing. Everything is just they're taking their cues from the Dark Knight movies, where everything is really dark and serious and gritty and just everything's just color muted and where Marvel
Everything is bright and primary.
and it's a comic book.
Yep.
And Marvel proved, and they did it because when the comic movies first started, with in this renaissance of comic films, I want to say, with X-Men and Spider-Man. Spider-Man, you can't really change his costume. They kept the comic book,
Yep.
comic costume. But Fox, doing X-Men, said, no, we can't put these people in bright colored tights. So Fox made the conscious decision to put them all in like black leather outfits to modernize the look and feel and make it more accessible or whatever.
And you know what?
And it was okay, But Marvel Studios came out, not to cut you off, but Marvel Studios came out and said, you know what? Fuck that. We make comic books, and these are comic characters, so we're going to put them in their comic costumes. They're brightly colored, they look like the comic books, and we're just going to see what happens. And everyone loved it. No one cares. You don't have to change it up for film. And it feels like DC's doing that in some places and not some others. You know, it feels like that's what they're doing to Aquaman. It's like, they're like, we can't make Aquaman orange and green. He's got to be badass. You know, Wonder Woman, everything's dark. You know, Superman, his colors are darker blue and darker red. Batman's going to be all just black and gray. And, you know, and he looks just sad. You know?
I think
it's the same feel throughout the DC movies.
I mean, you're right in some of what you said. What I think is happening is, though, we needed to do the X-Men, the Daredevil, the darker, grittier, real ones before Marvel could do their. No, we can do Brighton Primary, and people can go, oh, I kind of didn't even realize I missed this.
Yeah.
You know, that I almost prefer this.
Well, and DC is keeping with they're making an odd blend of the comic / realistic world, because not saying comics are realistic, but you know, the DC comics are less grounded in reality than the Marvel ones were. And I think I saw a really good quote. It made it on like the best of Reddit or something, I think a couple weeks ago, and it was the difference. It was if somebody was like trying to explain what's the difference between Marvel and DC, and the difference between Marvel and DC is Marvel comics have real people trying to be heroes, and DC comics have heroes trying to be real people.
Yes, because
that's the fundamental difference between DC comic characters, and I think I've tried to articulate that before. It's like, you know, you got your Marvel comics; they're regular people. You know, you've got Thor, who's a god,
right?
But outside of that, they're all humans who either are just, you know, rich or just smart or have something happen to them, but they all are regular people who happen upon superpowers some way, shape, or another.
Let's look at two somewhat similar. You got your Bruce Wayne and your Tony Stark.
Yep.
They are both rich, billionaire, playboy.
Yep.
I mean, they're both genius level intellects. They're both orphans to an extent. But Tony Stark is still Tony Stark in or out of the Iron Man suit.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne,
and he can't be Iron Man without the suit.
Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, he is, but you know, it's like he can't do anything. Yeah.
But Bruce Wayne is the mask. Batman is the guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's just him. He has no. He's just a muscle bound ninja. You know, I mean, he's kicking people's asses and you know, he's doing it all on his own, more or less, you know. But yeah, like you said, it's like he has to hide being Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is his mask. They're like Superman's mask is Clark Kent.
Yep.
You know, and Wonder Woman's mask is Diana Prince. Is that her name?
Yeah.
You know, all that crap. So, but you know, on Marvel, it's Tony Stark, it's Bruce Banner, it's Peter Parker, it's Steve Rogers. You know, it's Natasha Romanoff.
Those are the people.
And Clint Barton, and those are the people. And then their code names, Black Widow and Hawkeye and Spider-Man and Iron Man and
those
Incredible
names
Hulk.
Those names are what they do. It's not who they are.
Yeah, and that's the difference, the fundamental difference. And I think it was really simply put, and I liked it. Was Marvel has regular people trying to be heroes, and DC has heroes trying to be regular people.
Yeah.
So, and that's the difference, and it makes the Marvel characters more relatable.
Well, it's always been that way.
And it's always been that way, and it's just, you know, I think, I like the Marvel characters better.
I wasn't really watching, but did Dean Ambrose win, or did he steal the title?
I think he just stole the title.
I think so, too. Anyway, one of the things that kind of rubbed me a little weird with Aquaman, as Zack Snyder, showed him, it's like,
Yeah.
and part of the explanation was that Aquaman was going to be more of a basis out of, what the hell is this? Flintstone wrestling?
You haven't seen these?
No.
They've done a couple, like, Scooby-Doo movies.
I saw the Scooby-Doo
Yeah,
one.
this one's a Flintstones one, yeah.
This is the first I've seen any of this stuff.
I saw a commercial for this like a week or two ago.
But the fact that Aquaman is going to be like this Polynesian culture kind of thing, which works.
That's fine.
Which is fine, but just what struck me weird is he's still going to have Poseidon's trident.
Yeah.
Which is a very
not Polynesian thing.
Right, from like the other side of the world kind
Yeah.
of thing. And yes, he's still, king of all the seas and, this and that. But it's like, I don't know, it just struck me as odd.
Yeah, that's the problem with all of these DC's news and stories and stuff, is they all just strike you as odd.
Yeah, I don't know.
What the? Hold, please. I don't care if we have to edit this fucking shit out.
Oh my goodness! It's him.
Now we're getting waveform.
That's right, I turned up the volume.
Yeah, no, I know. But to let everyone know, the Undertaker's Druids have come out on the stage.
Yeah, we'll either edit this out or I won't. I don't know. I don't really know yet. I'll see what it sounds like.
You know what this is going to be?
Bray Wyatt.
No. CM Punk.
Oh, fuck Christ.
It was me. It was me all along.
Holy shit.
There goes the gong. It's going to be Bray Wyatt.
Oh my God!
I don't know if they go through the trouble of this whole entrance to have Bray Wyatt come out.
It's going to be Bray Wyatt.
I think it will. Calling out The Undertaker.
Yep.
With his entrance.
With his entrance. We have a couple of druids wheeling out a casket.
Just so we're clear.
How does the dead man come back? Comes back from his casket.
Of course.
No. I know who it is. Shawn Michaels. Or Bret Hart.
Wow. You're ruining the coolness of this for me.
No, I got another one.
Fuck you.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Is he still alive?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
I think his daughter's training to be a wrestler.
Really?
Nope, I know who it is. Sami Zayn.
Say it, Mr. Fuji.
David Otunga.
Oh, God. His career is dead.
It's Colt Cabana.
Oh, God. No, not up to the lawsuit.
No.
It's going to be Bray Wyatt in the coffin.
Of course it is. Is he fat?
Yeah.
Yep, fat guy.
Yep.
Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt. Knew it.
There's a wicked feeling in the air tonight. Can you feel it? No. I will never forget the first time that I saw him. He made me tremble. His eyes It was so cold, man.
Hey,
My
man.
life was nothing but darkness. And I feared him. Now,
Seeing him right there with the little anchor tattoo on his finger, all I think of was Tugboat. I think he looks like him. That's all I think of because he kind of looks like him, right?
Wait. Oh, he needs to bring back the Typhoon character.
Typhoon, yeah.
his obsession with sympathy has turned a monster into a mere mortal. And now his soul is lost. Stuck in limbo between your world and ours.
Ours? Did you just put yourself on the same level as The Undertaker?
I think it's time for him to go home. My mission is clear. I know you can hear me. I know that you are listening. And I want you to know that I don't fear you anymore.
The Undertaker's sitting in his ranch in Texas or wherever the hell he lives, and he's going, and he's wearing his sweatpants, and he's drinking his Diet Coke.
Sitting there with Michelle McCool.
Yeah, and he's watching this going, the fuck?
Are they expecting me to wrestle in a month?
They haven't called me yet.
I will claim the soul of The Undertaker.
Wouldn't be the first time WWE's done that to him. I was listening to a Shawn Michaels interview, and when he called out The Undertaker for their rematch at WrestleMania 26,
Oh, really?
Undertaker had no idea.
Wow. Well, it's official.
Wow. Unbelievable. I
So
mean,
there's Renee Young with short hair now.
Yeah. Turning this back down now.
All right, and
So that was the...
we bring you back to your regularly scheduled podcast.
Now back to your regularly scheduled podcast.
Yay!
And the crowd goes quiet.
That's excellent. I like that. That is a catchphrase right there.
Is that another...
That's another T-shirt.
Is that another T-shirt? And the crowd goes quiet. Oh, God. So anyways, have you brought anything to the show today, news-wise, or am I carrying the show again?
Well,
Because I can keep going. I got more. I got more stuff.
I found an article
Did you?
from earlier this summer,
Okay.
but I just came across it now.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a company in Australia
Okay.
that is trying to resurrect gladiator duels with the combatants encased in carbon fiber and polymer this and that battle armor, so that these guys can just whoop the hell out of each other with these blunted weapons and not hurt each other. They look like fucking RoboCop. And it's going to be...
I don't know if I get. I have two thoughts. Two thoughts come to mind. One, someone's gonna die. And two, it's gonna look really stupid when it happens.
Yes. Well, here's the thing.
Someone's gonna get stabbed in a crease of the armor.
no,
It's gonna happen. Someone's gonna find a hole.
I mean, these are...
There's gonna be a chink in the armor, and someone's gonna get
Well,
fucking stabbed with
No,
some fucking carbon fiber axe.
There's going to be... They've got... There's guys out there that do this kind of stuff in, like, regular plate armor. And they wallop the hell out of each other with metal swords.
You know what? Is this like, you remember A Knight's Tale?
Yeah.
Remember when he was fighting with the sword?
With the sword.
Before he was really good at jousting?
Yeah,
Is that all it's going to be?
I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
here's going to be the problem. Well, all right, a couple of years ago, there were a couple shows on TV chronicling these guys who do full contact jousting.
I don't know if I ever saw that.
Oh, they're pretty brutal looking.
Okay,
But it's a very niche little sport.
obviously.
It's brutal.
Obviously.
But once you've seen it a little bit, you've seen the whole thing.
Yeah.
Now this will be cool, and I'll be interested in watching it.
Oh, I mean, I am intrigued.
But here's the problem. Since there will be no damage inflicted upon each other,
No one's going to care.
they're just going to walk up to each other and wail on each other, wail on their opponent. It's going to be a lack of strategy and technique, and there's going to be just a lot of just swinging and wailing on each other. You know, you've got the UFC where you're actually hurting your opponent, and if you
Yeah.
make a wrong move, you're going to feel some pain.
Yeah, I don't...
In this, if you make a wrong move and you get whacked, well, there'll be a little pain. Yeah, but for the most part, it'll be, sorry, you lost a point this round.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I on paper, I don't have a lot of faith. In reality, we'll see. I'm intrigued. I have to say I'm intrigued.
I mean, I'll definitely tune in. There's supposed to be fights taking place some point in 2015 here. The company that's working on this is called where is it? Unified Weapons Master. It's an Australian company. I'm sure if you Google it, you can find it. But it's interesting. I'm intrigued, if nothing more than to see the rules, to see how these guys interact. What are who are these guys that they find to do this? What are their backgrounds? You know, have they been training in Renaissance martial arts for the last 15 years, and now they finally have a platform, a somewhat potentially mainstream platform, to show their skills.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll be interested, you know, in watching somebody with two hand axes fight somebody with a shield and a gladius, you know?
Yeah. No, I mean, it is intriguing. That is for sure.
Well, and, you know, here's the thing, too. You know, you see all these, you know, sword and shield movies that come out, and it's all with, you know, choreographed fighting.
Yeah.
This will be a chance to see what the real thing could look like.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. I will attempt to withhold final judgment until we actually see it, because it could be really cool. It could be really stupid. It's kind of Schrodinger's TV show at this point.
Unified Weapons Master is uwm.tv for anybody interested in looking. Ooh, we got a video.
A video, you say?
A video, I done say. Lana has a very, very, very short skirt.
And a very, very short shirt.
Yep, and those are some ginormous heels.
Yes. Other things she has are ginormous as well, it appears.
Like her bun on the top of her head.
Yes, that too. it is a large bun on top of her head.
That is a lot of hair up there.
You know, a couple weeks ago, there must have been a Raw or something. I don't know what happened. Her hair was very messed up.
Really?
Like, it was just, like, it was done like that, but then somebody went, like, through it, just as, you know, I don't know if she got caught up going through the curtain or something, you know. But her hair was all over the place. And in HD now, you can see all the little strands of hair all over. And it was like, it looked like she did her hair up like that at 9 o'clock in the morning and then just left it all day. Until,
yep. John Cena showing up his new piece of merchandise.
He's had that for a couple weeks now. That's his throwback shirt. It's got a picture of him when he used to wear his bullshit chain and padlock and throwback jersey crap. So anyway, speaking of beating each other up in chains and padlocks, I saw 50 Shades of Grey last week.
Oh, hey. Now that, sir, was a subtle segue.
You like that?
Yeah. So, how do you feel about the story that is 50 Shades of Grey?
Well, let me start with the fact that my wife read all 3 books. She appeared to enjoy them. My wife is not an avid book reader.
I'm gonna refrain from some line of questioning.
Because I acquired the copies of them for her to read, I did not pay a dime. I have not put one dime of my money into that franchise, be it book or film. I saw the movie for free. I downloaded ebooks for free off the net of the books themselves. I've given no money to that franchise. I refuse.
Okay.
So, that being said, the books were god-awful.
So you read them?
I read the first, 2 paragraphs of the first book, and I couldn't get any further. It was the worst shit I have ever read in my life. That being said, if you took 50 Shades of Grey, the movie, and it had no prior book series behind it, this movie would have fucking bombed. Alright. This movie's doing really well because it's a feature film adaptation of an insanely overhyped book series. Take it for whatever it's worth. I mean, you know the origin of the book series. It was Twilight fan fiction.
It was Twilight fan fiction.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So, the movie itself, if I have to review the movie in a vacuum, all right, as a movie, I gotta say, could have been worse.
Okay.
It's not terrible. Not terrible. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. I've seen worse films. The problems that the movie has are mostly related to the really retarded dialogue that the characters have. And that dialogue comes straight out of the really retarded books that they're based on by the really shitty author, E.L. James. She sucks.
I gotta say, I wish I could be a terrible, successful author.
I know, me
like
too.
that.
I wish I could too. And this shit just struck a fucking nerve. I don't know how.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what I think allowed this series to take off. Because it came out 3 years ago.
Something like that, 3 or 4 years ago, yeah.
Right when ebooks were really a thing.
Yeah.
So people could purchase that ebook straight from their Nook or Kindle or what have you, and they wouldn't have to go to a store and have somebody see that they were purchasing 50 Shades of Grey. All they had to do was click a button that said purchase.
Yeah.
And then that book would show up on their e-reader. And now they could sit there. They could take that to their lunchroom at work and be reading their Nook. And no one would have any idea what book we're reading because you can't see the cover.
Yep. That's I can't disagree. So, I'm not, the movie is what it is. Clearly everybody knows what it's about. It's just everything in the movie. I mean, there were some funny scenes, I gotta say. The girl in the movie, Anastasia Steele.
Mm-hmm. Is
that
her name?
Yeah, Anastasia Steele. Yeah, and Christian Grey. Those are your main characters. Christian Grey is your run-of-the-mill, everyday 32-year-old multi-billionaire, because, there's lots of those.
Yeah, apparently.
Running a business called Grey House. Not too sure what he does, but he only hires extremely attractive young women, and he makes billions of dollars. That's all you are informed of, and that's all you need to know. He also has a sex dungeon in his house.
Well, like every other 32-year-old billionaire.
Yeah. Anastasia Steele is an awkward college-age girl who works in a hardware store.
Of course she does.
You know what's funny? You know what the books did not lose from their Twilight-ness? The location. Seattle, Washington.
That's fantastic. Now,
so
you will have to explain to me how 32-year-old billionaire meets up with hardware store employee.
Okay. Well, she's in college. Her roommate works for the school newspaper.
Okay.
Her roommate is tasked with doing an interview with Christian Grey.
Okay.
He's in high-profile, eligible bachelor, billionaire, famous person.
Sure.
School newspaper says, get an interview with him. So her roommate is tasked with this. The day of the interview, her roommate is super sick. She can't go. So she asks her roommate, hey, I'll write down all my questions for you on a notepad. Here's a tape recorder. Can you please just go ask these questions and interview them for me for the paper? And Anastasia goes, sure. So she meets him, and based on that literal chance 10-minute encounter, he just gloms onto that shit. And she is like hot for it. In 10 minutes. It is the most unrealistic thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, wait, but does he sparkle?
No, he does not
He
sparkle.
doesn't sparkle.
He does not sparkle. It's cloudy. It's cloudy in Seattle.
Cloudy.
That's why they can go outside all the time in the daylight in Washington, because it's so cloudy all the time.
Oh, it's not direct sunlight? Is that?
That's direct sunlight.
I've never read any of the Twilight books or
didn't
seen any of the
I
movies.
saw all the movies because my wife watched them.
I've not seen any of them, so I'm out of the loop.
They suck as well. So anyways, that's how he meets her.
Sure,
Now,
happens all the time.
I have to admit, some of the reactions that she has to his stuff are kind of funny and laughable, but in a good way.
Intended to be funny?
Yes,
Okay.
they're intended, laughable in a good way. They're intended to be funny. Like, when he first is going to show her his game, he calls it, his game room. And she goes, is that what you have, your Xbox or something? And he goes, no.
That's in my media room.
Yeah, but it's that was funny. Just some of her reactions, it wasn't bad. The actors themselves, Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan, which, you know what, based on those two names, guess which one's the guy?
It's a little hard to figure out.
Yeah.
Jamie Johnson?
Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson.
Yeah.
Jamie Dornan is the guy.
Yeah.
I know, but I just thought about that.
Yeah.
Names. His dialogue is shit. Just the stuff that he has to say is just garbage. So, I've seen worse movies. I've seen millions of better movies. It is what it is. Whatever. Joe Blow, movie site gave it a 5 out of 10. I might give it a 4. Whatever. So if you had to recommend, would you say go see it? No.
Okay. Well,
you know what? Out of sheer curiosity, if nothing else, if you ever happen upon it on HBO, watch it.
Is this so? This is if you can see it, but don't pay for it.
Yeah. If the opportunity strikes and you have nothing better to do with your life and it doesn't cost you any money, what the hell? Because Dakota Johnson gets really naked a lot in the movie.
Okay.
And for some reason, she looks better without clothes.
Okay.
So, some girls are really hot, and then they take their clothes off, and it's still fantastic. Mm-hmm. She's like, takes her clothes off. Wow. Well, maybe it's just the clothes they gave her to wear?
Might be, or, they just did a really good job at casting.
Yeah, something, but either way. No. Yeah, she's really naked a lot in the movie. And you don't have to see Jamie Dornan's junk. Also a bonus. There's no male penis in that film.
Which I gotta say, though.
Or female penis, because males only have them.
Well, the surprise male penis in Eastern Promises was a little bit surprising.
My one surprise penis I ever saw in a film that I'll never forget was Kevin Bacon in Wild Things. And saw that in the theater. I think me and my buddy were like, didn't see it coming. Turned around and like, ah!
The fuck was that?
There was the Tribble. It's sound activated. So it just jumped off the shelf. I screamed. It started purring and it jumped off the shelf.
So your Tribble just committed suicide.
Yes, it did.
You have another dangerous shelf.
A suicidal triple shelf.
Now, I think just to put a little bit of a bow on our 50 Shades of Grey discussion here.
I have one follow-up part, but I don't know if you have.
50 Shades of Grey, production budget, $40 million.
Yeah.
Domestic total as of February 22nd, $130 million. Worldwide total, 410.
Yeah.
You know what that is?
Yeah.
Sequel.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to follow that up.
Way!
50 Shades of Grey. Author demands to write the sequel.
Demands.
This may delay the release. The studio has not yet greenlit 50 Shades Darker yet. Because author E.L. James, who has no screenwriting experience in her life because the only thing she's ever done is write really shitty Twilight fan fiction, is demanding to write the screenplay for 50 Shades Darker. Excuse me.
Well,
There have already been rumblings of discord. I'm reading this quote, from an article here, between E.L. James and director Sam Taylor Johnson over creative choices in the film. The director and current screenwriter looks like will not even be back for the sequel now.
really?
Yes. She is a shitty writer. They included a section of one of the books,
Okay.
a paragraph.
Mm.
I don't know which book this is from,
Okay.
but I'm going to read this.
All right. Do me a favor.
This is graphic.
Okay. All right. Do not try to read it in a sexy voice.
No, I am. No. Okay, I will not read it. I will read it in a monotone as though I'm reading microwave instructions.
Thank you.
All right, so without further ado, spoilers ahead. If you don't want to hear this, turn off your fucking speakers. I am okaying this because this is a quote, and this is only for scientific purposes to show how shitty E.L. James is and how shitty these movies are and books are. Go. I glimpse his rippling shoulder muscles glistening with perspiration in the dim light. He's so freaking hot. Oh, I'm so close. He senses my quickening, and 2 fingers glide roughly through my wetness and straight to my sweet spot. The other arm snakes up my body where he pinches my nipple and twists violently. I shudder and groan in ecstasy, thrashing my head about as I detonate my release. End quote. She's detonating her release.
I learned one thing from that paragraph. I've been doing it wrong. All these years, I've been doing it wrong.
Oh, fucking Christ.
I guess I'm going to have to let my wife know that I have seen the light.
you read an excerpt from 50 Shades of Grey, and you have now learned something.
I got some new moves, honey.
Prepare to detonate your release. Yes. Oh, fucking Christ.
Do not tap out Rusev. Back to manly wrestling.
Back to wrestling with men. Wait
a minute.
There's mostly naked men wrestling in the ring where we're talking about 50. Something's
wrong.
wrong.
That was a really weak Alabama slam.
It was really. He wasn't standing.
But you know what?
Bob Holly would be sad.
Yeah. Well, but Bob Holly, hates his fucking opponents.
Yeah, that's true. Rusev doesn't hate John Cena that we're aware of. Bob Holly hates everyone. Lana looks unhappy. Sad Lana. So anyways, thus ends the awful part of our podcast.
And scene.
Yes. Insert crickets here.
There's another thing I learned from that paragraph.
Yeah.
Apparently, she's an immortal. Because she has a quickening.
She experienced the quickening.
She learned from Ramirez.
She took his head. You won the prize?
Oh, man.
Fucking Christ. Oh, God. Get the world's worst finishing move submission off of him.
Yeah.
John Cena, you suck.
John Cena's tongue is the same color as his face.
Does that mean his face is the wrong color?
I don't know.
No, I see you right
Yeah.
now. That's an awkward observation to make about someone.
I know.
Tongue is the same color as the rest of you. My tongue is not.
No, it's...
I can see my tongue.
I can't.
This is a thing. Let's pose a question. Can you see your own tongue without looking in a mirror?
No, I can't.
Yes.
Can you touch your nose with your tongue?
No.
No, I can't.
My tongue's really wide, not really long. I have like this big shelf.
Ooh, John Cena look angry.
Angry Cena.
Oh,
No! Fuck
there
yeah!
we go. Break his rib.
Rusev
John Cena
Clash.
does not need to win the U.S. title.
No, he does not. Oh, fuck off
God
and die.
damn it. Really?
Thank
Good.
Christ. I was really sad there.
Do not fucking feed another guy with momentum to John Goddamn Cena.
That's his new name, John Goddamn Cena.
No, I'm just...
So anyways.
I'm spent.
50 Shades of Grey took it out of you.
I'm all done.
Did you detonate?
I detonated.
Get home later. Prepare for detonation.
That, sir, is a t-shirt.
It'll mean something completely different.
It's got to be like the old dynamite, like plunger thing. You just word prepare for detonation.
Oh, and if we want to really call back to an old episode, ship. Oh,
that is gonna have to be another T-shirt. Just a big like schooner or something.
But-
Ship in like.
but it's got to be like the milky white.
like water drop.
Yeah,
type of
like
thing.
water. It's got to be white though.
Yes.
Yeah. People are so confused right now.
Shit.
Wait, did he tap?
That was a tap.
That was a tap.
That was a tap.
That was a tap.
That. No.
Tap out, John Cena.
Oh, wait a minute. I think John Cena's going to lose. Because I saw Lana holding the belt. She wasn't holding the belt before.
She holding it?
She was holding it.
She's holding it now.
She's holding it now. My guess is that so when she climbs, she can climb in the ring right away.
Yeah, but why would they do something so stupid like give her the belt already? Unless she went and grabbed it.
Oh, he's giving Rusev a piggyback ride.
Look at
Ah, there we go. Yeah.
there, heel tactic.
Oh,
Super kick.
good. Super kick to the face. I think John Cena's dead.
What match do we still... Oh, Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan is...
Yeah, I was thinking that too. It's like, what the fuck is left?
Yeah.
There's probably like 3 matches left.
Well, I'm glad Cena lost.
Yep.
And now we get to see Lana again. Also glad.
Yay for Rusev.
Yay.
I don't like that guy.
Rusev?
He doesn't wear shoes.
Ah, that's right. I forgot you're weird. Can't have soda with breakfast food.
Nope.
Can't have coffee with lunch food.
Nope.
And your wrestlers have to have shoes on.
That is correct, sir.
The 3 rules of Chris.
There are very specific rules and ways things have to go.
You can't have Coke with a donut. You can't
No.
have coffee with a cheeseburger.
That is
And
correct.
pro wrestlers have to have shoes on.
Yes.
As long as those three things, our qualifications are met, Chris is a happy man.
That is right.
So I was going to tell you, I also went back and I finished watching the rest of that pilot of The Man in the High Castle on Amazon.
Okay.
Because I had only watched like half of it because like I fell asleep because watching it really late.
Right. Oh, Big Flag.
Yeah. That show, I'm now sad I'm going to have to wait like a year for the series.
Yeah.
You know, that show looks like good stuff. They did a little bit more. You got to see the couple main characters kind of met up in the neutral zone.
Was this on Netflix?
Amazon Prime. It's their first big series. Well, and what Amazon's doing is instead of
is that the doc?
Yeah.
Is that?
Wait, hold on. I don't know if that's Chris Amon or not. Chris Amon's he's a ginger, I think.
I don't know.
That's not him. No, that's not Chris Amon. Chris Amon has a goatee.
Oh, little kids are booing you, Rusev.
But, I guess Amazon's going to be doing a lot of pilots and just putting them right out on Prime. And if people watch them, those are the ones they'll pick. So not even going to bother doing like the typical like show it to studio, it to. So the shows are going to be pilots made, and Amazon's just going to throw them right out there. They're going to do a handful at a time.
And if they get watched,
then great, we'll greenlight those.
And if they don't get watched,
then we won't. That's fantastic.
It is.
Like I said, the only downside is you have to wait a year till you get to see the actual series,
which is fine, but that's really no different than the regular process.
No, well, it is and it's not, because in the regular process,
we never see it.
Public doesn't get to see it. This is the public deciding what they do and do not want to watch.
This is with the advent of the internet as we know it today, we see it with movies and music and what have you. People can bypass the typical studio and recording industry routes. I mean, there are people who can go and make their own album, self-publish it, put it on iTunes, whatever, and not need a label. They can do it themselves. My uncle has done it. Nice. And same thing with movies. If you can generate enough money through Kickstarter or GoFundMe or what have you, you can go produce a movie. And you can distribute it yourself. You don't need a distribution company. You don't need a studio. You can just do it. Hey, you want to run a podcast? And send it out to the entertained millions? You can do that.
To the millions of people who are already on the internet and might happen upon this show?
I'm not hoping for millions. If we can get a couple hundred, I think I'd be okay with that.
I'm okay with starting off with dozens. There are literally dozens of us.
We're going to have to co-opt the Rock's tagline
for the dozens and dozens of podcast downloaders every week.
Yep.
But no, that's a cool... Stephanie and Triple H are giving each other nuzzles.
Yeah, what is that?
I've never noticed that. That's awesome. That's a cool method for doing a TV show.
Yeah.
I'm good with that kind of thing if they do that.
And there's no more guesswork. There's no more personal preference. There are no this or that or whatever. If it's watched,
great. If
it's not, maybe next time. Maybe we'll hang on to it. Re-edit it a little bit and, put it out next year.
Yep.
Randy Orton is back.
Yeah. Hold on. News story here.
Oh.
On Reddit. This is a link from NPR.
Okay.
I'm very confused here for a moment.
All right. I'm listening.
The creator of the original MacGyver.
Yes.
Has teamed up with the National Academy of Engineering and top Hollywood producers to launch a crowdsourcing competition. Anyone around the world can submit ideas for a fictional character. 5 winners will get the chance to work with a Hollywood producer to develop the character and write a pilot script to make a new MacGyver series that's a woman. I'd
heard that last part with the creator of MacGyver. Wait, wasn't. Wait, he was the producer. What's his face? Who played Fonzie? What the fuck's his name? It's like
Henry.
Henry.
I don't know.
Oh shit.
Henry Winkler.
Henry Winkler. He was like the producer of MacGyver.
Really?
Yeah, he made like a shitload of money.
Did not know that. Well, we do have the statue of him here in Milwaukee.
We do, but
Bronze
yeah,
Star.
I'd heard that the creator of MacGyver wanted to do like a reboot with a
With a woman.
with a woman,
Yep.
MacGyver.
The next MacGyver competition starts Thursday and ends April 17th.
Yeah. Okay. Henry Winkler produced several television shows, including MacGyver.
Weird.
Good for him.
Had no idea.
It's so funny. You look at even here. Here's a picture of Henry Winkler from 1990. At one point, that man was the epitome of cool.
The Coach and the Water Boy.
Yeah.
I had not heard that until right now.
But this becoming a contest. That's interesting.
Yeah, Amazon picked up like 4 shows for series, including Man in the High Castle.
So weird with the way content is being produced now,
Yeah.
and with that online distribution channel.
Okay. Stuff is getting a little much here. Settlers of Catan is being adapted for TV and movie projects.
Whatever. It's gonna end up like Battleship.
Yeah.
Or Ouija.
But it could be like Clue. Clue is fantastic.
Clue's pretty fantastic, and I actually watched most of that like last weekend.
Really?
Yeah, I caught it on TV.
I haven't sat and watched that movie in years. So earlier today, 3 hours ago, Daniel Bryan tweeted out, "Everyone talks about Roman Reigns being strong, but tonight I will break him mentally. Believe that."
That means that Daniel Bryan is gonna lose.
Yeah. So there we go. Bryan whispers in Roman's ear when they lock up. "So Roman, I heard you couldn't cut it in the CFL." Remember, it's the yes chant that's over, not Daniel Bryan.
That's correct. Here we go. Today I learned that in 1971, Saddam Hussein imported 95,000 tons of grain treated with fungicidal mercury. The grain was intended for planting.
Okay.
But the Iraqis, unable to understand the English and Spanish warnings or the skull and crossbones image, baked it into bread. Hundreds died.
And of course, them surely blamed America for... That's a nasty looking cut and bruise in Daniel Bryan's nose there.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. They just put it on
Yeah, bleed that.
Bleed that. I missed it. Did Roman come in through the crowd?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here, this is one we haven't talked about today at all yet. We could add this into the show still. This might take me a while tomorrow night to edit. I'm gonna really try and focus on editing this episode good.
Okay.
Fucking Christ.
Well.
What? I'm really gonna focus on editing. I can't even speak. I'm stuck in a loop.
All right, try it again.
I'm really gonna focus on editing this episode well.
There
As
we
opposed
go.
to last week. Fuck off.
Hey!
See, now you're ruining the fact that I was gonna edit this in to make it sound right. Now I'm leaving it all. I'm really going to focus on editing this episode well. Ha! There we go. Woo! Anyways, the new Alien movie confirmed this week.
Oh, yeah, with
That Neil Blomkamp had to develop a new Alien movie. Sources are confirming it's to be separate from Prometheus 2, which Fox is still making with Ridley Scott.
So it's going to be separate.
It's going to take place after Prometheus 2. The new Alien will take place years after the Prometheus sequel, which makes sense because Prometheus was a prequel to Alien, which took place years before.
Well, no, here's the thing. Well, Neil Blomkamp, however you say it.
Neil Blomkamp.
He just sent out like a whole bunch of artwork that he
Well, he just tweeted out because when he was working on Chappie,
right.
He was done pretty much with filming,
Right.
and he was just kind of dicking around and decided he always liked Alien. So he drew up a bunch of artwork. Concept art. Well, then he's like, wait a minute. I got Sigourney Weaver in this movie. I'm going to talk to her about it. And so he just started...
Wait, she's in Chappie?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I'm going to talk to her about it. And based on that, she was like, no, that's really cool. You should do stuff. So he did up like some concept art with her.
Right.
You know, and then he was like, when they were in the post-production, and that was kind of winding down on Chappie, he wasn't really sure what he was going to do with it or anything. He hadn't really had any plans or talked to Fox a lot, other than, you know, probably saying one time, hey, you know, if you ever want me to make an Alien movie. And then all of a sudden it just caught traction.
Exploded,
It exploded. Everybody loved it. So then Fox was like, hey, you know, we should do something. You want to make that movie? Oh, we could do that.
Well, there's the funny thing is that some of the concept art, you know, has both Sigourney Weaver and Michael Biehn in it.
Michael Bihn's not dead.
No.
And he's not doing anything either.
Here comes back Hicks.
Yeah, why not?
Well, but the problem is that as of, Alien 3, Hicks is dead.
Clone him? Hicks was a clone. But it was just concept art. You know, you don't have to do anything. Maybe he wasn't dead.
Maybe
It
not.
was all a ruse. But I don't know. I mean, it could be cool. I mean, I don't want to see him do something like ignore Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection, because I don't like when they do that kind of stuff.
Well, no, here's going to be the thing with how you can retcon out Alien 3. That version of Sigourney Weaver was a clone. And the real Sigourney Weaver, or the real Ripley, is somewhere else, along with Hicks, who really wasn't dead. They just said that to the clone. So Hicks and Ripley can go have their own adventure. That's parallel to Alien 3.
So when the ship crashes on the prison planet, and everyone, you know, Newt is dead.
Yep. It's all staged because the Weyland Corporation wants a live alien and wants it to feed on the prison population to kind of clean it out.
So the stuff that you see 400 years later in Alien Resurrection, that's an extension of... No, because in Alien Resurrection, they were still... no, it doesn't work, because that totally negates the story of Alien Resurrection.
No.
That's the point where they were trying to clone her.
No, it's a separate path. It's
still negating Alien 3.
No, this is a different department.
I don't care. I don't care.
It's a different department. That's why they don't. They're very smokestack oriented at Weyland.
Yeah, so I don't know how you could do it with Sigourney Weaver, and I mean, I guess you could do the clone thing with her. You know, it's like maybe they tried it once there, and then they're trying it again 400 years later. You know,
is that really the difference between 3 and Resurrection?
Yeah, it's like 400 years,
really,
or something like that. It's a couple hundred years. I want to say 4. I'm going off of.
Jeez, those are vicious looking punches.
Winona Ryder's comment about Ellen Ripley's been dead for 400 years or something like that. You know.
Well, what about Ellen Ripley's daughter?
Amanda Ripley?
Amanda Ripley,
star of Alien Isolation,
which has been well received.
Yeah. If I had more time to play video games, I'd buy it. It was on sale on the PS4 and the PlayStation Store for like $24. I didn't buy it just because I'm like, I didn't want to spend $25 and then never play it. It's like by the time I get around to playing it, it'll be like $20 for a Game of the Year edition or something at the store, anyways.
Yep.
So I'll get there someday. I'm still powering through GTA 5 on PS4.
I still haven't finished the story mode.
I'm working on finishing it up on GTA on the PS4.
The last time I played Grand Theft Auto is when we played together, like 9 months ago.
Really?
All I play now is Minecraft.
That's all Jacob plays now.
My daughter loves her some Minecraft.
Yeah. Well, he's been like in this fantastic world ever since I got him a headset for his 360. All he does is plays online. I now have like 80 friends on my Xbox account. Like before I let him play online, I have 2. So he just grabs people from all over the place. He's got the one girl in his class at school that he plays with now. That one's just trippy. Comes home from school. Yeah, a girl in my class, she gave me her gamer tag. What? Is this how this works now? In 2015? Kids are giving each other gamer tags now?
Well, it's better that than Snapchat accounts.
Yes, that's true. But he's in 3rd grade. He doesn't have a cell phone. Speaking of that, no, I think I'd tell you about that. The Fling app.
Oh, where
Yeah, it's like Snapchat, but they don't self-destruct, and it sends it randomly all over the world.
there's nothing good about that.
No, there's not. It just
nothing good.
It de-evolved into teenage boys looking for boob pictures in like a day.
Well, it does. That's not de-evolving. That was the intention.
Well,
It was created by a teenage boy for that purpose.
I know, but at first, I don't know if it's. I must have caught it like right when it first hit because I saw somebody else on my Twitter tweet something about trying it out, so I downloaded it and tried it. And the first bunch of flings I got looked relatively normal, and then nothing but the show your boobs ones started coming in about 12 to 18 hours later.
So did you?
No, I did not show my boobs. They weren't being sent to me. That was the thing with Fling. It was you sent a message and it went to 50 people randomly all over the world. So you could reply to one if you want. You could send a private reply to a Fling, but you could not purposely message somebody else.
I don't know if there are 50 people I know that I would send a picture to.
Nope, I know there are not. I don't know 50 people that I would purposely send a picture of myself. But that's not the point. The point is I don't know what the point is. I don't know. I deleted it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm too old for this. I don't get it. I don't get all these. I don't get the point of that kind of crap. Like, I have Snapchat on my phone, and I don't ever use it. I occasionally get a Snapchat from like 1 or 2 people, and I go, I don't reply. I'm frankly annoyed by the fact that they disappear in 10 seconds because I click on one, and then before I realize it, it's gone, and I didn't see what it was.
Yeah.
And I go, fuck. Yeah. Like, why would you use this? Just use text messaging. It's already built into the phone. It sends pictures too, and voice.
It's a phone.
It's a phone. Like,
It's the least used option.
I know, but it's like you can just send text messages. What's wrong with texting? Why do we got a Snapchat? I don't get it.
Oh,
Snapchatting is no quicker. It takes longer. There's an extra app. It doesn't do anything special other than have self-destructing messages. Which I guess if you want to send just boob pictures to people,
well, yes.
Sending self-destruct. But and the
Is
built-in
Roman Reigns bloodied again?
he bleeds a lot.
Jeez.
The thing with Snapchat is if somebody does like a screenshot of your Snapchat, the other person gets notified.
Yeah.
So
Look, it is a camera.
you're right.
I was right.
Wow. So they have a turnbuckle cam and a ring post cam.
The turnbuckle,
I didn't like the turnbuckle one.
You do?
I know.
The turnbuckle one
No.
looks like something out of Jackass.
Yeah.
And
That
you know
ring
what?
post one was good stuff, though.
The quality of the turnbuckle cam did look like a GoPro.
Yeah. I'm surprised it holds up.
I'm sure they're all told, don't use that turnbuckle.
Don't use the middle turnbuckle on,
No, I think it was the bottom one.
was it the bottom? I suppose if you're going to put one in one, the bottom one would be the best one to put in. That one's going to be the least hit one.
Uh-oh. What dangerous thing is Roman Reigns going to screw up? Uh-oh.
They're fighting for the right to get the shit kicked out of them by Brock Lesnar.
Damn right. I want Danny Bryan to stand up and go, I've got till 5. Because he did that all the time as a heel.
Yeah.
Especially on the indies.
Yeah. Is Roman wearing like a
Girdle?
something? He's wearing something under that. Well, see, that flak jacket thing has got to be scratchy.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure he's got like a sleeveless Under Armour or something.
Yeah, something or like some sort of rest.
29 straight pay-per-views.
Fuck you. Fuck you, guy who's got way too much fucking money and clearly a better job than I have. He's doing all 4 sides of the ring.
This is where he's going to just miss and crash and burn. Doesn't work that way, Roman. He's got to be in the ring. Whoop.
Nice.
Fuck, that had to hurt. Do we want to sign out?
We can sign out.
Let's sign off.
All right, fuck it. We'll call the show before the end of the pay-per-view. You'll have to tune in next week to That Damn Thing to find out who's going to WrestleMania. Roman Reigns or Daniel Bryan, if anyone gives a shit.
All right, thanks for listening.
I'm coughing at my choking and dying now.
All right,
cool.
And, outro.
Woo! Out of the show. Done.